This song's got that like marching band, low brass sort of trombone, sousaphone type of sound, like barking at you in the chorus. Hey everybody, how's it going? I've got a brand new music video reaction / review coming at you today. This time it's for Hate by 4MINUTE. Should be pretty interesting, so let's jump right in and check it out. Here we go. Definitely excited for this. After their last release.
Liar, 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 더 날 속이지 마.
It's like a ballad.
이젠 더 이상 알고 싶지 않아.
This sounds awesome.
I don't wanna know, no, no. 더는 no, no, no. 다 끝났어. 가요, 여기까지인가 봐요. Get out, 뒤돌아서 나가요. 이 사랑의 끝에는 미움만이 남았네요.
I guess Skrillex, I've heard he worked on this. You definitely hear that influence in there. Some kind of wub synths going on in the background.
늦었어, 이미 끝났어.
They went for the same kind of chorus again. The same two-phrase repeating pattern. It's almost identical, form-wise. That's weird when you have so many good singers in this group. They're like underutilized in the chorus. It's weird. I love the rest of the song. This is awesome. I love the verses. You can hear how good they are, the vocals and everything. It's showing them off in the verses and the pre-chorus. And then the chorus is just like, it's like, listen how much this builds. I get the whole beat drop thing, but it's like eliminating 4MINUTE from the song almost. I don't know. It's one of those stylistic things I question. The production on this whole thing sounds awesome though. Definitely gotta give credit there. Cool little synth part. Sounds a little bit empty. Like, I get what they were going for. Not sure if I'm a fan of what they were going for, but I get it. I understand it. It's like it's missing something in the choruses. And that's it. Well, that was another really interesting release from 4MINUTE. I do like this song better than Crazy. I definitely do. I really like most of this song. The verses were awesome. The way they went from that like ballady kind of sound with the really intimate, cool vocals and blended that into the first verse and then that build-up section in the pre-chorus. I liked everything about that. The production also throughout this entire track is really, really awesome. It's massive. I've been flipping back and forth between my NS10s and my Event ASP8s because those have a lot more low end, so I can kind of judge what's going on down there better than the NS10s. And even in the chorus, there's some really solid, pretty cool, like rumbly low frequency content, but they're just seemed like there was something missing stylistically and also production-wise and performance-wise, it's just like there's a hole in the song right there. And I get what they're trying to do, they're going for the beat drop thing, they want it to really be a contrast in the song, which is kind of more of like an EDM or dubstep thing, but they're using that and integrating it into a pop or K-pop context. That's fine. I don't mind mixing genres or having influences from other genres. That's something usually I really enjoy, but I do question aesthetically and stylistically, why would they do a song with an almost identical sounding chorus form to their last big release, which was Crazy? I mean, obviously these songs sound very different. This song's got that like marching band, low brass sort of trombone, sousaphone type of sound, like barking at you in the chorus. I actually did like that they used that. I love hearing low brass and brass, drum and bugle corps, college marching band kind of influenced sounds in pop music. I usually love that type of thing, and I absolutely liked it in this song too. That's not at all my problem with the chorus. My problem with the chorus is that they did this exact same thing with Crazy. You have a group of extremely talented performers and singers. I mean, think about this, like a subunit from 4MINUTE, 2Yoon, did the only country pickin' western K-pop song that I know even exists in the entire world, and the whole idea of it is just absurd, but they pulled it off and it was an amazing song. Check it out, it's called 24/7 by 2Yoon, of course. You can listen back in their discography and 4MINUTE has some insanely good vocals. They are good singers. So why are we picking choruses that aesthetically and stylistically kind of just put the vocals of 4MINUTE to the side? Even if you're going for impact, you want to go against the grain, you want to be different than the usual K-pop music, I understand all that. I don't mind people trying things, but I have to question why they would do the same type of chorus as Crazy, where they're basically just repeating two phrases over and over and they're just kind of talking them. They're not really even singing them. And even though the rest of the song, especially in this song, Hate, really builds up to like a big chorus, they kind of like pull it out from under you when you get there. It's kind of like Lucy holding the football, and then she pulls the football away from Charlie Brown right at the last second, and he kicks and falls on his butt. That's kind of what this chorus did to me, and that's the same kind of feeling I had when I listened to Crazy before. So even though the rest of the song is absolutely excellent, I mean, even in the chorus, the production is really, really good, except for a specific thing I'm going to talk about a little bit later. The fact that they kind of chose to put 4MINUTE's vocals to the side and make each chorus like a beat drop instead of really building and going somewhere is just kind of strange. And to be totally honest, I think what's bothering me the most about this is that I feel like 4MINUTE's talent in their vocals and performance is actually being underutilized. And as a producer, as a marketing person, those people that are making those decisions and helping them with these songs, you would think they would want to do everything they can to really put 4MINUTE out there and show them in the absolute best light, showing their talent off as much as they possibly can. So to do two songs in a row, I mean even one song, but two songs in a row where there's this huge build up to the chorus, and the chorus is basically a beat drop breakdown section that kind of lowers the overall energy of the song, I just do find that kind of strange. This is all style stuff, it's very subjective, but I do have a lot of solid reasons why I have these feelings about this song. Like for example in the chorus, the things I'm criticizing, you have to be very, very careful with as a songwriter and a producer. If you're gonna make a chorus that's kind of like an emotional and intensity letdown or like a beat drop type of section, the beat drop's supposed to increase the intensity, but when you have all that vocal intensity and then you just pull it completely out of the track, you have to have something else in there to kind of make up for it. So one way to do it, and it would be very difficult, is to have like a synthesizer or maybe an instrumental solo, like a guitar solo that could take the intensity up even beyond what the vocals were doing beforehand. Again, that would be very, very difficult to accomplish, but it's something they could have done. And the other thing you have to be really careful with in a chorus like this is repeating the same phrase in the exact same way. Are you doing it too much to the point where it becomes like noticeable and almost annoying? Like to a music listener, are you noticing that they're saying this over and over, or is it just like an appropriate amount of repeats? None of these things have definite answers. There's not a certain number of times you should say something in a chorus for it to sound good or bad or anything like that. It's just kind of a feeling you get as a listener. So I'd like to ask you guys, and let me know in the comment section, when you're listening to this chorus, does it feel like it's getting a little bit overly repetitive? Repetition is a huge element of music. It's not a bad thing in itself, obviously. Pop music uses repetition in lots of different ways to its own advantage. But in particular, just as a music listener, like aesthetically, when you hear the chorus of this song and they're just kind of repeating like two phrases over and over, did you feel like they repeated it maybe like one too many times, or maybe like two or three too many times? Or was it just enough that it was okay and it kind of worked for you? Just let me know in the comment section. Let's see what everybody thinks, because obviously you can repeat something too much to where it becomes really annoying. You know, anything repeated too many times is going to become annoying. Or on the other side of that coin, you can not say something enough to where you only hear it like one time and no one's going to remember it. So again, this is just one of those musical aesthetics conversations. We're not all probably going to think the same thing about it, but it'll be really interesting to see what everybody thinks. And we'll see if there's kind of a common answer that we see coming up a lot, or if it's really divided. So anyway, let's jump back into this song. I want to analyze it in a lot more depth because the production was actually really, really good. The rest of the song, except for the chorus, I thought was really, really excellent. So let's check out this song again, and I'll try to point out everything I'm noticing. Here we go. I love this intro, the way they morphed like a ballad kind of sounding song with that really huge piano tone, really intimate vocals, tons of vocal control here, and then they morph that into like an up-tempo kind of hard dance track with some definite like dubstep, maybe a little hip-hop, maybe a little EDM kind of influence. That was a fantastic transition right there, which is kind of why it's so stark and stunning when we get into the chorus, and it's just such a cut-off, abrupt transition there. Because all the other transitions in the song are really, really good, and then we get to that one, it's just like, you know, what just happened? And I'm sure that's probably what they were going for, but I think maybe it didn't work out exactly like they wanted. I love this pre-chorus too. I'm going to pause it right there for a second. I want you guys to listen to something. Besides all the aesthetic and stylistic considerations that I was talking about a couple minutes ago, it does feel like this chorus is also missing something production-wise or songwriting sort of instrumentation-wise. And I realized when I flipped over to my events, which have a lot more low-end, there's a really, really solid, low, awesome bass part that's kind of rumbling under it. And it's not like that droning, constant trunk rumbling synth that they had in Crazy. This one is actually like hitting and then letting up, so it's not just constant. But I'm realizing that some of you guys listening like on cell phones or laptops, you're probably not even hearing those frequencies because they're way too low for small speakers to reproduce. So you might have to like go to your car with some subwoofers, or if you have a really good big stereo, that type of thing. So in the chorus, there is like extreme low end, there's extreme high end that's kind of taken care of by that hi-hat, and then the real really, really high-pitched snare. I'm not really a fan of that snare sample, but it's definitely like Skrillex sounding, so I understand why it's there. And then what vocals are there are kind of taking up sort of the mid-range, the high mids, and then the low brass is kind of taking up the low mids into the mids also. But it does feel like there are some holes, like frequency-wise, like there should have been another synth layer, maybe like a real bass guitar line they could have added in there along with that kind of rumbly droning stuff. Because they're definitely hitting a pitch with that low synth. You know, it's rumbling in tune, in key with the song, but then to add like a bass guitar bass line, or maybe even like a slap bass line, or just, you know, something else, another synth part, or ideally like some more vocals, maybe some singing vocals in the chorus. I think they could have done some really, really cool stuff, and it strikes me that something is missing in the chorus. So let me know what you guys think also in the comments about that. You know, did you feel like the chorus was missing something? Was it a little bit too sparse? Was it kind of a letdown based on the giant buildup that we got in the pre-chorus, which was really awesome? So let me know what you guys think, and let's keep going.
답안에 담아 죽어라고서 사랑의 콩깍지가 아닌 색안경을 껴 이런 식으로 할 바엔 그냥 헤어지는 게 낫어 널 만나서 외롭다면 혼자 외롭고 말겠어 I don't wanna know 나의 매일 똑같은 변명 I don't wanna 늘 매일 계속되는
Here's a good example of that kind of trappy hi-hat used really, really well in like a not annoying way. And check out these vocals here. If you had any question about them being able to sing, like to hear some more of those vocals in the chorus. That would have been awesome. Yeah, you know what? If they had this kind of spoken part and then added in some really extreme high-range singing vocals in the chorus too, that would have been awesome. That really would have filled it out, I think. The other thing that's strange is the actual form, the overall form of the chorus is very similar to the chorus in Crazy. Very, very similar. It's the same kind of repetition pattern, same basic elements. It's just weird that they would use that again. I'm hearing like some other vocal parts. They could have like a kind of a call and response, like the spoken part, and then just some little like vocal motifs going around it. That'd be really awesome. I wish they would have done that because it would have been so easy to add on to here. It would have given the emotional and energy lift through the chorus that really could have taken the song to another level. So I really did enjoy the song. I was obviously kind of conflicted about it because of that chorus, because it was very similar to the chorus in Crazy, but it was actually more dissimilar from the rest of this song than the chorus in Crazy was to the rest of that song. Like that chorus in that song in Crazy made more sense, even though I didn't really like it that much, than this one makes sense in this particular song. And that really makes me wonder, like, did they think they really made an impact or a controversy with the chorus of Crazy, so they kind of got that syndrome like marketing people sometimes get, where you're thinking like, oh, you know, we did that last time, it worked really well, we have to do the exact same thing to be successful again. And then they kind of like just gave a mandate, we have to have a chorus exactly like Crazy, stick it in whatever song you've got, and then they kind of jammed it into this song. I don't know if that's what happened. I obviously have no proof of that. I haven't talked to anybody that worked on this song, but just kind of the nature of it, especially coming after Crazy, it does make you wonder a little bit if that's what happened. So other than elements of how they did the chorus, really like this song, really like the production, the mixing, the mastering, absolutely top notch, very awesome stuff. So yeah, this may be a little bit confusing because I'm really liking a lot of it and then kind of not liking at all other parts of it. Hopefully I was really clear in explaining that though, because it is possible to dislike portions of a song only and still support the group, still like the group, and still like the rest of the song. And I often see fans posting about where it's kind of like an all or nothing thing, like you gotta support this group or you're against them. And it really shouldn't be like that at all. People should be able to make up their own minds and elaborate on what parts they did like or what parts they didn't like. And that's absolutely fine. It doesn't make you a bad fan or anything else. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out. And I'll see you guys next time.